In many ways, we as a society have stopped moving forward. We still refer to things high-tech as space age, when the space age was 50 years ago. We no longer admire science and research for any reason other than their ability to generate short-term profits. Our new college graduates are saddled with much lower incomes and much higher debt than in 1970. We subsidize foods that we know make people obese. We subsidize corporations that are already making record profits from moving our jobs overseas, which becomes a vicious cycle because as our incomes go down, the only way we can try to maintain our standard of living is by buying stuff cheaper. The wealthiest few become wealthier and fewer, while the rest of us struggle to run in place. And at the same time, we have struck down almost all remaining limits on political donations, leaving those wealthiest few to be able to influence our political system as never before. The greed is good era is over, and with it needs to go our blind belief in the benevolence of corporations, along with our failed 30-year experiment in trickle-down economics. Now, certain people with a lot of money are still trying to convince us that every man for himself is the way to go. That we should just trust people who are wealthy because they are wealthy, and that letting them get richer will eventually make us richer. But both history and mathematics show that that's only a path for them to take a larger and larger slice of the pie. Virginia Fox, you are part of the 1%, and you cater only to others who are part of the 1% because they pay for your campaigns. In other words, of the 1%, by the 1%, for the 1%. You are a part of an era of politics that has to end. We need a new era where everyone has opportunity to push the human race forward, where intelligence and ingenuity are again admired rather than the size of someone's bank account. We need a new age of humanity where people are put before corporations and where we realize that economics is not a zero-sum game, and that by lifting people up who are struggling, we ultimately lift up everybody. That economics actually trickle up. Our new era should be driven by two ideals. The first is from former Texas Governor Ann Richards, who said, "Life isn't fair, but government absolutely must be." The second is from Steve Jobs, of course, former head of Apple and Pixar, who said, "The people who are crazy enough to think that they can change the world are the ones who do."